So you downloaded a tactic, copied every instruction perfectly, and still lost 3-0. Now you're wondering, are tactics fake? Is the game scripted? Or are YouTubers lying? No. The problem is, most people use tactics without understanding what the buttons actually do. One wrong instruction can destroy your entire shape. One button can make your midfield disappear. One setting can kill your players before the 70th minute. And today, I'm going to teach you everything. Not just what to click, but why you click it.
After this video, you'll know how to build your own tactics, fix problems mid-match, stop instruction conflicts, and finally understand why some tactics dominate while others collapse. This is not a plug-and-play tactic video. This is a tactical masterclass. Let's start with the shape menu. This is one of the most important sections in FM26 Mobile because it controls your team's identity. And the first thing you see here is team mentality. This controls how aggressive or cautious your entire team behaves during a match. Let's break down every option. Contain. Contain is ultra defensive. Your team sits very deep, takes fewer risks, wastes time, and mainly focuses on protecting the scoreline. This is best used when defending a lead against much stronger opponents or in the final minutes of a match. But there's a problem. If you use Contain too early, you invite non-stop pressure. Your attackers become isolated, your midfield drops too deep, and eventually the AI keeps attacking until something breaks. Defensive. Defensive is safer than balanced, but not completely passive. Your players still try to attack, but they stay organized and avoid unnecessary risks. This works well in difficult away games, against stronger teams, or in counter-attacking systems.
The downside is your striker can become isolated. Your wingers sit deeper, and creating chances becomes harder. Counter. Counter is one of the strongest mentalities in FM Mobile. Your team stays compact defensively, but the moment possession is won, the attack becomes aggressive and direct. This is perfect for fast wingers, quick strikers, and teams built for transitions. Counter works best with fast tempo, direct attacks, and pacey forwards. But if your attackers are slow, your counters die instantly. Balanced. Balanced is neutral football. Your team adapts naturally depending on the match situation. This is great for beginners, balanced squads, or systems without a specific style. The weakness is that it sometimes lacks identity. It doesn't fully maximize elite attacking teams, and it doesn't fully protect weaker teams either. Control. Control means your team wants to dominate the match. You'll usually see more possession, higher positioning, more attacking movement, and greater territorial control. This works best for strong teams, technical players, and possession systems. But there's danger here. If your defenders are slow or your midfield can't recover quickly, you become vulnerable to counterattacks.
Attacking mentality is aggressive football. More players move forward, passes become riskier, and your team constantly looks for chances. This is useful when chasing goals or dominating weaker opponents. But the downside is huge spaces behind your midfield and defense. If you lose the ball carelessly, you can get punished instantly. Overload. Overload is chaos. Pure chaos. Everybody attacks. Defensive structure almost disappears. Players take maximum risks. This should only be used late in games, during desperate comebacks, or when you absolutely need a goal. Because yes, you might score, but you can also concede immediately after kickoff. Now let's move to width. Width controls how spread out your team plays on the pitch. Narrow. Narrow width keeps your players compact. This creates more central passing options, stronger midfield control, and tighter combinations. This works well for tiki-taka football, diamond formations, and central attacks. But the weakness is obvious. You lose width, your attacks become predictable, and wide teams can stretch you apart.
Balanced width gives flexibility. Your team naturally adjusts positioning depending on the situation. This is usually the safest option if you want tactical balance. Wide width stretches the pitch. Your wingers stay wider, your team creates more crossing opportunities, and defenders get pulled apart. This works perfectly for fast wingers, crossing systems, and breaking low blocks. But wide systems can leave gaps in midfield, especially during transitions. Now, let's talk about passing tempo. And this is where many people get confused. Tempo does not control passing distance. It controls the speed of your football. Slow. Slow tempo means patient buildup. Your players hold possession longer, wait for openings, and recycle the ball more often. This is perfect for technical teams, possession systems, and controlling matches. But if your players move too
slowly, your attacks can become predictable and easy to defend. Normal. Normal tempo is balanced. Not too slow, not too fast. A safe middle ground for most tactics. Fast tempo moves the ball quickly. Attacks become sharper, transitions become dangerous, and the opponent gets less time to organize defensively. This works best for counterattacks, high-intensity systems, and pacey attackers. But fast football creates more mistakes. Players rush decisions, technical errors increase, and possession becomes harder to control. If your squad lacks composure or technique, fast tempo can destroy your attack. Finally, creative freedom. This setting controls how much freedom your players have on the pitch. Disciplined. Disciplined means players strictly follow instructions. Your shape stays organized, defensive structure improves, and players take fewer unnecessary risks. This is perfect for defensive tactics, weaker squads, or players with low decisions. Balanced. Balanced creative freedom gives a mix of structure and freedom. Players follow instructions, but still improvise occasionally. Expressive. Expressive gives players freedom to improvise. You'll see more flair, riskier passes, unexpected movement, and creative attacking moments. This works best with elite technical players, creative midfielders, and intelligent attackers. But there's a major risk. If your players have poor decisions, poor composure, or weak mental attributes, expressive football becomes random football.
Now here's where many tactics secretly fail. Instruction conflicts. This is when two settings fight against each other. And when that happens, your tactic becomes inconsistent. Sometimes you dominate, sometimes your team looks completely lost. Let me show you the biggest mistakes people make in the shape menu. Conflict number 1, contain mentality with fast tempo. This makes no sense tactically. Contain tells your team stay safe, slow the game down. But fast tempo says move the ball quickly. So your players receive mixed instructions, defensively cautious, but offensively rushed. Result? You lose possession quickly and invite even more pressure. If you use contain, your tempo should usually be slow or normal. Conflict number 2, overload mentality with narrow width. Overload needs space. Your players are aggressively attacking, making forward runs, and taking risks. But narrow width compresses everybody into central areas. Result? Your players crowd each other, passing lanes disappear, and counters become deadly because the middle is overloaded. If you use overload, balanced or wide width usually works better. Conflict number 3, fast tempo with disciplined creative freedom. This one is subtle. Fast tempo already speeds up decisions, but disciplined tells players follow structure strictly. So your players move the ball quickly without improvising much. This can make attacks feel robotic and predictable.
Conflict number 4, wide width with slow tempo. Wide systems are designed to stretch opponents quickly, but slow tempo delays the attack. So by the time the ball reaches wide areas, the opponent has already reorganized. Result? Lots of harmless possession, very little penetration. Wide width works much better with normal or fast tempo. Conflict number 5, expressive creative freedom with weak players. This is one of the biggest mistakes in FM Mobile. People see expressive and think it automatically improves attack. No. Expressive only works properly with intelligent players. If your squad has low decisions, low composure, or poor technique, they start forcing risky passes,
losing shape and making terrible decisions. That's why weaker teams often perform better with disciplined or balanced freedom.